If you guys could put a comment when you start entering the live. Hello, how are you? How are you doing, Marguerite? Hi, Sandy. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kimberly. We'll wait a couple minutes for people to get on. And then we will get started with you versus them. Nice to meet you too. Are you guys ready for the holiday? I haven't went shopping yet. I need to figure out what I'm making for Thanksgiving. I normally am a planner, but this year I am not. So we're going to wait one more minute and then I'm going to get started because I only have an hour that I can be on here. So all right, let's go ahead and get started. If you take off your job, I will cash up you. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Anyways. All right, let's start with Aries first. You versus your person, Aries. What is going on with Aries and their person? What is your feelings and intentions versus your person? Are you guys mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Okay, so you don't really feel a connection with this person anymore. This person is thinking a lot about you and they want to send you a text message. So it looks like you're waking up realizing that you just don't feel like this is somebody you want to be with long term. And they're waking up feeling like you are somebody. So you guys are on completely opposite spectrums. Why does this person feel like you're the one and you feel like they're not the one? What's the difference here? All right. So you feel like this person really just doesn't come with anything potential wise. This person, they feel like you're the one because they don't have any other options. So you may have a lot of options. They don't have any options. What's the likely outcome? I see a lack of communication. I see this person trying, but Aries, I don't see you going for it. So I don't see you and this person on the same page at all. All right. Well, let's move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus. You versus your person, Taurus. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Taurus and their person. You feel like there's been a lot of damage in the connection, but you would welcome this person back. This person is feeling like they need to stay silent because their intentions is to understand why is there so much triggering happening between the two of you. You want a new opportunity. This person isn't really sure if they want to have a second chance or not because of this triggering. So let's clarify. What is this triggering for Taurus's person? What are they triggered by? What is this? They feel like you're impatient. You're wanting something from them and you're not being patient enough. They feel like you're not being compassionate to their needs. Yeah, you could be a little bit hasty or a little bit quick with wanting something for the future. What's the likely outcome? I see that, you know, this person's going to let you know that they just don't feel like they can give you what you want because you're not being patient enough. Allow them to invest. They could feel like you're a little bit codependent too. Okay. All right, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, you versus your person. Are you marrying each other or are you on completely different pages? Gemini and their person. You feel like you have to hide your feelings from this person, but you secretly are a little bit codependent. This person feels overwhelmed by what's happening with the two of you. They feel like it's a little bit intense. The problem between the two of you is you are not letting this person know your true feelings, even though you're clinging on to them. And this person feels like they keep trying to get you to talk, but you're not wanting to talk. And it's making this person feel overwhelmed. All right, well, why are you hiding your feelings from this person, Gemini? Let's see here. You don't feel confident that you can open up with them. You maybe don't feel safe and secure with this person. Yeah, there's a lot of unresolved issues. These are either unresolved issues from your past, or these are issues between the two of you. Likely outcome is I see you both still holding on to each other. You're both learning something about each other, but you're going back and forth about what this lesson is. What is this? Okay, that you both have to recognize that your person needs to recognize that they have intense feelings. And you have to recognize if you have feelings, you have to speak up and say something to your person. Yeah, especially if you want to be able to manifest this. This is a spiritual test between the two of you. So you're both learning a lesson from each other. All right. Let's move on to Cancer. All right, Cancer. You versus your person. What are your feelings and intentions versus your person? Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Let me flip the thing over. All right, Cancer. You versus your person. You feel like maybe the grass is greener and your intentions is to wake up and figure out if that's true or not. Your person feels like they're going to start making you a priority and their intentions is to make plans. You know, the problem is your person has maybe manipulated you a lot. They've told you were special, but they really didn't make you a priority and things just haven't evolved. And that's been the issue between the two of you. What's going to be the likely outcome between Cancer and their person? First, let's see, why didn't this person make Cancer a priority? They maybe talked a big talk, but they didn't follow through. Yeah, they maybe had certain boundaries put in place and they turned their back when it came to actually following through. The likely outcome, we've got the Queen of Wands, the Fool, and the Eight of Pentacles. I see they're confident about wanting to have a new start with you, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to make that work. Okay. All right, let's move on to Leo. All right, Leo. Let me switch the thing. You versus your person, Leo. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Leo and their person. Leo, you're in introspection right now, and you maybe had been in denial for a long time that this person really can't provide what you want. This person doesn't want to be vulnerable, but their intentions is to send you a text message. They're watching you and they can't hold back much longer. So I do see if you are in no contact, this person is going to be speaking up and saying something. Okay. What's going to be the likely outcome with Leo and this person? Queen of Wands, you're coming out in your own energy. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. There's somebody else here, unless you're dealing with a Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I do see communication is coming in from this person, that they're going to want to try to work this out. So it looks like they are going to send some type of communication, some type of text message, or maybe even a phone call. All right. Let's go to Virgo. You want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. All right, Virgo, you versus your person. Are you mirroring each other, or are you on completely different pages? Virgo. You feel like there's a soul connection with this person. Your intentions is you're still loyal and devoted to this person. Your person feels like your ego or their ego's got the best of them and they're running away. The problem between the two of you is there's a bunch of lies. Either you're lying to your person or they're lying to you, or you're both lying to each other and you both don't feel good enough for each other. There's also something about discovering the life path here. All right, well, let's see what's going to happen here with Virgo and their person. I do see some honesty is coming through here. You have the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Emperor. You could be dealing with an Aries. Yeah. We've got that Seven of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So I see your person or you, one of you is going to want to speak some type of truth about the situation, about some type of deception or dishonesty that maybe has happened in the past. All right. Libra. All right, Libra. You versus your person. What are your feelings and intentions versus your person, Libra? You feel like this person is leading you on, and your intentions is to try to figure out if this is a risky relationship or not. You could be dealing with an air sign. Your person feels like their heart is very guarded, and they really haven't made it a priority to unguard their heart. The issue between the two of you is neither one of you want anyone else, but it's really hard to open up because there's been trust that's either been compromised or you both have issues from past relationships that you brought into this relationship. All right, what's going to happen with Libra and their person? With the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. So you could be seeing 10-10. And the Two of Cups. You both may make the decision that you need to leave the burdens in the past. I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. You may have to slowly make the decisions of how to figure out how to care and nurture each other, how to respect each other also. You could be married. You may have a child or children with this person. Okay. Let's move on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you versus your person. What's going on with Scorpio and their person? Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Scorpio. You feel broken, hearted, and devastated. Your intentions is try to understand if this person manipulated you or not. Your person doesn't feel a connection with you, and their intentions is they kind of feel ashamed or guilty over that. The problem between the two of you is your person's been confused for quite some time because it just wasn't working, and they maybe need to do some work on their own, but they're not telling you, and that's been the problem is they actually lied about their feelings, Scorpio. And that could be why you feel like they manipulated you because they weren't being honest with you. What's going to happen here with Scorpio and this person? Six of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. I think your person may say, you know what, I've tried to give this enough time, but I just really maybe need to stay single and independent is what it looks like. You may feel a little bit confused by that or maybe even blindsided by it, but I see that you could be dealing with an earth sign or a fire sign, but they just don't feel a connection. All right, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. You versus your person. Let's see, are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. You're feeling like you're just not ready for what this person's ready for. Your intentions is to tell them that you do want to have a new beginning. This could be a reconciliation, but you're not ready to go all in. Your person feels like they want to be honest with you. Their intentions is they don't want to lie to you anymore about what it is that they want. The problem between the two of you is there's been a lot of self-sabotage, maybe on both sides, and it's kind of left this reconciliation not evolved, where you're both feeling a little bit stuck. All right. Well, why are you not ready for a new beginning with this person, Sagittarius? You're curious to see what their behavior is going to be, to see if you want to reconcile. What has your person been lying about? That they're hurt and disappointed that you're not reconciling with them. They want to be honest about this hurt and disappointment. What's the likely outcome? The Tower, the Temperance. You're coming out in your own reading, and the Moon. You both secretly are trying to be patient, but it may surprise you that you both still need to do a little more healing before you can have this new beginning or this fresh start. Okay. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. You versus your person, Capricorn. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Let's find out. Capricorn. Your feeling is no contact hurts you. Your intentions is to understand that this is a divine love and how you can get back on the same page. Your person feels like the grass might be greener on the other side. Their intentions is to reveal that to you, that they're going to make that a priority. The issue between the two of you is that you may feel like this person is fate and destiny, and that the universe has placed this person in your life, but this person is not recognizing your feelings and emotions about the situation. Okay. Well, let's see what's going to be the likely outcome between Capricorn and this person. Got Temperance. Could be dealing with the Sagittarius. The Queen of Wands. The Three of Cups. You know what? Sagittarius, this person may say, you know what? Let's just patiently wait. Let's just be friends for right now and see how it goes. So they may actually friend zone you, and that may not work for you. All right. Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. You versus your person. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Aquarius and their person. If you're coming in after the live, I'll put the timestamps down below for you. Aquarius. You are really caught up in your head over this. You're wanting to know, is there somebody else? Is that why this person's not stepping up? This person does want to be honest with you. They did sabotage this connection because they didn't make the necessary plans. The problem between the two of you is you want to make it work, but this person isn't stepping up to make it work. It's like you handed them the key, but they didn't unlock the door. All right, what's going to be the likely outcome of Aquarius and this person? One more. King of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. I see you guys are both kind of holding on to this, but I think you're both also holding back. I think there's a lack of recognition about each other's feelings at this time. All right, Pisces. Pisces. You versus your person, Pisces. Are you mirroring each other or are you on completely different pages? Let's find out. All right, Pisces. Pisces. You're feeling super jealous because you know that this is your soulmate. Your person's just not certain if they want to be with you. They don't trust you for some reason. What's going on between the two of them? You could be trying to fill a void with this person, something that you're unhappy with. You're expecting this person to give you happiness, and that's why they don't trust you. Okay? It's creating confusion for your person. They may love you, but they may not be loving you the way that you want or the way that you've told them. Yeah, we've got the 9 of Swords, the Ace of Wands in reverse, the 7 of Swords, the Death in reverse, and the Page of Swords. So something's not changing, and you may not be being honest with your person. They may not be being honest with you, that they are feeling defensive, and it's creating more issues than anything. I don't think anything's changing in the situation right now. All right. All right, let's do ask a question, get an answer. I only have a little bit of time, but I'm trying to do some here. If you're coming on after the live, I'll do timestamps afterwards. All right, let me go back to the chat. Oh, hi, Mark. Waiting for my soulmate to show up. Oh, okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Maria. You guys want to put your questions in the comments? We'll do ask a question and an answer for a little bit. Justin. Hi, Justin. Hi, Pam. Hi, 71 Chilling. Hi, Linda. Or is it Lydia? I think it's Lydia. Hi, Christy. All right. I got a couple minutes, so we'll do ask a question, get an answer. Can I have a love reading, please? I'm not doing full readings. I'm just doing ask a question, get an answer, Faye. So if you have a question, I'm happy to pull a answer right now. All right. Will I ever get co-parenting right with my kid's dad? Yes, I do see. I think once you both get on the same page of what's important about the values and the virtues of the children, I do see that there's a confusion right now about that. But I think if you don't aggressively, or you're not aggressive with your communication, I see with the Hierophant, you both will learn how to communicate effectively. Bae, am I going to find love soon? I see you sitting on the sideline. I don't know why you're curious about love, but you're not doing anything. There's something that you really need to be honest with yourself about when it comes to love. Cynthia, will my person return? Cynthia, will my person return? I see communication will come in, yes. Mark, is Jennifer my person? She's a Cap, or is Jessica? Let's see. Jennifer or Jessica? I think you need to commit to recognizing neither one of them are confidently your person. You're actually sacrificing a lot for both of them, but it doesn't look like either one of them is. Who's Mark's person? What do they have in their replacement? They may have water in their chart. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in their top 3. You're welcome, May. Let me see. Any other questions? Kevin, is this Kimberly or Kevin? I've been manifesting my Virgo ex, and you said I'm just the last option for him, and I want him in my life forever. He's a Virgo. He's pushing you away right now. He's pushing away love in the moment. He's very defensive. Pam, is Larry in another relationship? You're welcome, Mark. Is Larry in another relationship? Yeah, somebody he's known for a long time, or somebody he is maybe living with, or he's maybe known from his past. Do you guys have any other questions? You're welcome, Mark. Is it Miley? Can I have a card, please? Stop over giving to those that are not giving to you. With that Six of Pentacles in reverse. Will my ex Dolores reunite with me? Yes, I see that she's moving really slow for reconciliation. Tina, is he coming back? Is he coming back to Tina? No, he doesn't. He lacks confidence in coming back. Pam, will he communicate with me again? He's being stubborn right now. He has a lot of unresolved issues between the two of you. I don't see the cycles closed out, but in the current energy, no. You're welcome. When am I going to meet? What is it? When am I going to meet her Jesuses? It's been a wild ride. Oh, when am I going to meet her Jesus? It's been a wild ride. Let's see here. I'm not going to meet his person. You know, you already know this person. It's somebody from your past. Could be around June, could also be significant. Bruce, will Dawn and I reconcile? I see you both caught up in your head. One of you is going to have to make the first move for reconciliation. Hi, Amanda. You're welcome, Tomas. I'm doing good, thank you. Let's see. When will we be together again? My ex is a Leo and I'm a Cancer Virgo. Amanda and her ex. Amanda and her ex. I think that you have to get to a better place of transitioning away. I think you both are a little bit uncertain about what you want. I think you have to get to a place of peace and acceptance that this may not come back around in the way that you want. Yeah, it looks like you both still think about each other. You both obsess about each other, but I don't see any transactions happening. You're welcome, Mark. Any other questions? One more. Okay. Kimberly again is my Virgo with someone else. Is my Virgo with someone else? Is Kevin's Virgo with somebody else? No. Mm-mm. Going to bed by themselves. You're welcome. You're welcome, Pam. Okay, I'm going to attempt to go live over on TikTok if you guys would like to join me over there. I've never went live over there, but I'm going to attempt. So I have a few more minutes. I'm going to go over there and answer some questions. So that is going to be the end of the live today. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you liking and commenting. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Bye.